guys, today I'm filming my next hit it or quit it thoughts on hauls. If you've never seen one of these videos from me before, basically I will be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul video a year ago to let you know my current thoughts on those products. I will have my playlist linked down below in the original video, and I will list all the items that I mentioned. This is my, I think, longest standing series in my collection outside of my Shop My Stash, and let me know if you guys still like this. I know next year we're going to be coming up on my first makeup rehab series recap, where I'll of course just be talking about the things that I hauled and maybe some of the things I got in PR as well. So I guess it would end up still being like the same of what we're doing now, but just let me know if you still find these videos helpful. So I do monthly rankings of all of the new products that I've tried. That's something I've done over the past maybe 2 years, I think, and I do love doing that. But I do think that this can be helpful because a year later, sometimes a little bit of the shine has worn off on a new product, or I found something else that I like a little bit better, or I fall in love with something that I didn't like at the time. So I don't know. I think it could still be helpful, but I would love to know from your perspective. So starting with some things from ULTA, I believe that this was the hair event time. I had gotten some of the Kitsch satin pillowcases in silver because a lot of the other colors and the leopard that I would love to have myself, Justin doesn't really want that. We still use them. I don't know what it's doing for my hair, but I know it's supposed to help like with breakage and things like that. So why not? Happy to use them, and they are often included in one of the ULTA hair events every year. There's 2 makeup, 2 hair care, 2 skincare sales. And I also got the Joico K-Pack Color Therapy Luster Lock. I purchased this several times, and this is something that I fell in love with after getting a ULTA freebie. This is super conditioned. I use this like a deep conditioner. I don't know necessarily what it's supposed to be, what the luster lock is supposed to be. It has an amazing scent, super hydrating. I absolutely love this. I was going to buy it because it was in the sale this time, but I held off because I do have other deep conditioners that I need to get to first. I go through hair care really slowly, but next year I'll cross my fingers that's on sale again. I'll probably get it then, but absolutely recommend it. Then I had tried the new at the time Milani Conceal and Perfect wands that are supposed to be similar to the Charlotte Tilbury wand. So she had an under eye brightener corrector one, liquid highlight, and liquid contour. For the under eye brightener, I had number 2 Melon, which I just used up this year. I actually really like this. This is probably my favorite corrector product that I've tried, and I don't have a ton of darkness under my eyes, but I do feel like this gave a good amount of opacity. I like that it's a liquid instead of a cream because I just like that better. I don't want creams under my eyes because I find it to feel a little bit heavier. It can crease a little bit more on me because I do have more oily under eyes. So this formula was great, and I did not mind the little spongy tip, and I really like the color of this one. And this does come in 4 shades, so there are more orange and deeper colors for a deeper skin tone. And then shade number 1 is a pink color. I just have never found really like pink under eyes to be flatter on me, although I know that's kind of trendy right now. But I do think this is a good formula. Liquid highlight, I did not find it to be bright enough. It wasn't glowy enough. It was also too dark for me. I also didn't find it the easiest to blend out, so I didn't enjoy that. And then for the liquid contour, I had it in number 1 Honey, and it was a little cooler tone than I wanted, which I know that like that's what contour is supposed to be. I like more of a neutral. And so the color wasn't terrible, it was all right, but I just felt like it looked muddy on my cheeks and I had a harder time blending it out. So I did end up returning that one as well. A lot of other people though have loved these 3 products. For me, the only one that I would recommend is the Brightener. Then I got an EOS Smooth Stick in Sweet Mint. I'm not really sure why I got that. I might have needed it to like get free shipping or use a coupon or something like that. And you guys know that's my favorite lip balm. I love the formula because it's not too thin or thick, really easy for me to reapply a lot throughout the day, and I love the scent. I will tell you though, I have a huge backstock of these because I got them when they were on super sale when they were leaving ULTA. But this year I have been using up clear glosses as my purse balm, so I haven't used an EOS all year, or maybe just at the very beginning of the year. So I think next year I'm gonna have to go back because I have such a backstock and I love them. So yeah, it's still my favorite lip balm. Then I had gotten the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation in Light 2. Shade match was pretty good for me. I do think that this gave great medium buildable coverage. It had more of a satin finish. It wore pretty well on me. I did find that it settled into some of my lines a bit, and I really went back and forth on keeping this or not. But even after the coupon I used on it, it was still just so expensive, and I thought it was good but not great. It's something that I would consider revisiting at another time. When I had less foundations, I think, you know, I was feeling kind of guilty about how much it cost and how much stuff I had. So I might not be the best reviewing that because of those other factors, but I do think it was good, not great. And then I had gotten a Too Faced Beauty Break. It had 3 mini products, probably like mascara, face primer, something else. I passed them on. And the one thing that I was really excited for was the Lip Injection Glossy, which is like their color gloss, not their original lip plumper. And this was in the shade Wanna Play, which was a really bright pink with like a little bit of warmth in it, like kind of like a watermelon pink. And I was so bummed because my applicator was bent, and it's a free product, so I can't exchange it. So I was super bummed by that. It did have really nice color, a lot of shine to it. It was one of those burning lip plumpers, not as bad as the clear one, but still pretty intense. So definitely keep that in mind. It's not going to be like cooling or minty like Buxom, like Flawless. It was a little bit painful. And I had gotten this Morphe brush because they had come up with like a new artist collection, and this is V106 Precision Blush Brush, and super soft. I love the shape of this. It's a really long handle, which is not necessary, and this is very lovely for applying blush. I bought this because the shape was unique. I love face brushes. I love getting brushes of different shapes. I regret buying this because I never use it. I have other blush brush shapes that I prefer. So the quality of this is great. I used a coupon, so I don't really feel like I wasted money necessarily, but I really wish I did not buy this because I'm not getting the proper use out of it. But I think I probably need to go through my face brushes and rotate them because I've been using the same ones for quite some time. But my friend Jean has a ton of brushes from this like artist collection, and she absolutely loves them. So I definitely say if you're looking for some good quality affordable brushes, check this line. And then I got the Belif True Creme Moisturizing Balm set. I'm not sure what else came with it. Maybe like the sleeping mask, probably an eye cream, and probably the cleanser. So I don't actually really like the cleanser. I don't find that it does very much for me. You guys know I love the eye cream. I don't like the sleeping mask. It's like that jelly consistency. I feel like it just sits on my skin but isn't really doing anything. For me, I feel like just using the moisturizer itself is good enough. And just in case that's not what was included in here, I do like the toner. It's simple, but it works well. Of course, I love the Aqua Bomb moisturizer. The Aqua Bomb body lotion, I don't think is very hydrating, very good. So I think between what I just went over and reviewed, 3 of those were the little minis that came in this set. And then of course the full-size moisturizing balm. That is my favorite nighttime moisturizer. I think it does such a great job of hydrating my skin. It mostly sinks in, but I like can still feel it there in a good way. And I had always felt like, well, it doesn't really matter what moisturizer I use at night because I just want something really hydrating and I'm sleeping. I'm not putting makeup on top. I don't care. And that's mostly true, but I hate feeling like there's something too thick on my skin. This is just perfect. So I'm on my last jar right now, and it will probably last me a while, but I will hope to see some good holiday sets this year for this moisturizer so I can get another one. And from Sephora, they were doing some hair deals as well, and I think this was 30% off. I got the Olaplex No. 4 Mon, and then Sephora was doing some hair deals at the same time as Ulta. They had 30% off the Olaplex No. 4 Bond Maintenance Shampoo and No. 5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner. I have not tried these yet. My sister really loves Olaplex, and a lot of other people do too, and that I think might be next on my list. As I said, I'm really slow about getting through a shampoo and conditioner type of products, but I will try it eventually. Next, I placed an order with Sigma. I think there was a coupon that was like 50 off of $100. So I was getting 2 things from the Alice in Wonderland collection, and then I was a little bit off, wasn't quite at the 100, and I don't have it out here, but I believe the travel brush cups were on sale for like $6, $10, something like that, and I got the black one. I use that every day to store my everyday brushes, and I think it's great. For me, I don't actually love that one for traveling because I have too many brushes to hold in it, and I don't like short handled travel size brushes. But to talk about these, we have the Alice in Wonderland Cheek Duo. You have the highlight in Tickled Pink and the blush and Paint the Roses. I love Sigma's cheek products. I think that they're absolutely incredible. I have all the cheek duos they've made so far except for their newest cheek palette with the Beauty and the Beast collection, which I will be getting when I can get the product on sale. And that's a trio, which is new and very exciting. This is my least favorite duo that I have. The highlighter is more on like the, I'm not sure if you can even see it, subtle glow type of side. And while that is most popular with a lot of people, for me, I still like an intense highlight. And then this is a pretty like rosy mauvey blush. And I do like those type of tones, but really only in the winter, and I don't get as excited for them as I do more like peachy corally colors. But the quality is amazing. I would still recommend this. And then we have the eyeshadow palette. So for the eyeshadow palette, I was so excited for these 6 colors here. And then these over here, I was like, yeah, like these look fun. But I will tell you, I have not touched this part of the palette, only this part here. So I would say that means I've used 40% and not 60%. I got my palette half off essentially, so I'm still okay with that right now. And I would like to make myself dip into these. I don't regret buying it because of the sale price that I got. But if I could make my own mini palette that just had these 6 shades, I would pick that instead of this, but that doesn't exist. Here is the palette up close, and Sigma has fantastic quality. Next, I have a ColourPop purchase, and I absolutely regret placing this order, and it's so crazy because I don't know the last time I purchased from the ColourPop website. I don't think I have since this, and I hadn't before this in a long time, and I regret this purchase, so that is definitely a bummer. Here's what this palette looks like. This is a cream shade, and then the rest of these are powder, and I think they were going off of like the Patrick Ta palettes, and I have not used it at all. And when I look at it, these are still totally my type of shades. I think the colors are very pretty. I'm sitting here going like, should I try to sell this untouched? Should I just try it out? You know, I might just try it out, and then if I decide I don't want it, I'll give it to a friend, because I think tons of my friends could get a lot of use out of a palette like this. So I think that's what I'll do, but I absolutely did not need this at all. Then I had gotten a ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in Big Splash. This is a beautiful light blue color. I absolutely love the color of this. You guys know I love the formula of these liners. I haven't gotten much use out of this though, and I really love my Zulu and Prance. Now Prance is a periwinkle blue. It is different than this, but I tend to reach for Prance over this one, but I will try to get some more use out of it next spring. I am gonna hold on to it. And then I had also gotten the glowing lip in the shade Cockatoo, which was more of a mauve pink. And I do think the glowing lip formula is nice. I would say it is a really lightweight moisturizing lipstick. It has more of like a light medium opacity, and it is buildable. I ended up decluttering this. I didn't love the color on me as much as I did seeing it on others. And I've told you guys before, ColourPop lip products just don't do it for me for the most part. So I think all of those things, you know, are fine. I don't know because I haven't tried this, but I do regret the order as a whole. Then this may have been a gift of some sort from Justin. Oh yes, it was. It was our anniversary gift. This, and he had ordered me at the time the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Nearly Neutral palette, which like was a whole fiasco, never arrived to me and whatnot. But this is the Sugar Dreams palette by Sugar Drizzle. In here you have 9 all shimmer shadows, which I love. I have enough matte shadows, so I especially have a lot of different mattes for spring. So I just pulled those out to go with this palette, and I loved them so much. I created a whole bunch of looks with this palette. If I can remember, I will have the makeup of the days linked down below. The only thing I don't like though, if you can see here, is all of the oil on the packaging, and it doesn't feel oily to the touch, but it definitely does not look pretty, but it doesn't affect the performance of the shadows. I mean, these are some amazing metallic duochrome shades. Highly recommend this palette, and I have been keeping an eye out for other Sugar Drizzle palettes, and there are some palettes like the Frog one where I like some of the shades, but I don't think I like enough of them to make a purchase, because you guys know indie palettes are pricey, and that's sort of always my struggle, is figuring out if I feel like it's special enough. So I absolutely love this palette, would highly recommend it, and like I said, I will still be keeping an eye out on other Sugar Drizzle palettes in the future. Then from GLAM, which is the Shein makeup brand, I had gotten one of the dewy blushes in Love Cake, a liquid blush in Hush Hush, liquid contour in Golden Sun, liquid highlight in Vanilla Frost. I thought all of these were good, but I basically decided I want to try them out, and then I realized I shouldn't have purchased them because I have so many similar things, so I did pass them on. But I do think they're really great, super affordable, so I would recommend them. So the highlight has a large doe foot applicator, and then the other ones have more of that little like triangle-ish, like slightly rounded triangle, like a Hershey's Kiss, but more rounded on the top, like puff, like spongy puff thing, which is very fun. If you guys remember a couple years ago on TikTok, like girls like dotting it on and then blending it out. I do think they're really good, especially for the price. Then I had gotten some products given to me by my friend Lauren, and she had given me the Flower Beauty Dewy Setting Spray. I really did not like that. I felt like it was almost like a makeup remover in there. I feel like it broke up my makeup. And then she had given me the Jaclyn Cosmetics and Robin Powder Move Face Setting Powder in Sheer Light, and I couldn't really use the shade. It was a little too dark for me, and I just feel like the powder was slightly heavy and it had some shimmer in it, and it just didn't look pretty on my skin, so I actually ended up giving it back to Lauren, and she used it up. And you guys just know I love my Dermablend loose powder, and I have so many other powders that I like much more than that one. I feel like go for like Maybelline Fit Me if you're wanting something tinted and it's going to give you some coverage. I just didn't love it. Then the thing I was probably most excited about that she gave me would be the Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer, because I was going to get this during the Sephora VIB sale last year, and I'm wearing it today. I do think that this is fine. It is blurring. I don't think it like totally fills in your pores, but it does like leave more of like a blurred appearance overall. I think that this is fine, nothing special. I will use it up, not repurchase. And then I had used this up. It was a little mini Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer. Okay, also nothing special. Then the In Beauty Project 10+10 Moisturizer. I thought that this was fine. Nothing super special. If I'm remembering correctly, I feel like the consistency was like a little bit more of like a cream, a little bit more hydrating, so I was using it at night. Then the Ciate Dewy Highlight in Dewdrop. It was a little bit dark for me and just a little bit too sticky, which I cannot handle. And then she had also given me the Dominique Cosmetics Concealer. This is the shade Oat Milk, which is too dark for me, so I'm using this right now as a corrector under my eyes, and it's working really well. If this is something that I could get at Ulta or Sephora, I would get it in another shade because I think the formula is really good. It is a thinner consistency, but still gives great coverage, blends out really nicely. It does have this really fun cooling tip, and at first I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna be digging in here forever to get all the product that I need. And I think that would be true if you were using this to highlight the center of your face, but I basically am doing like one dip for each under eye, and it doesn't bother me at all, and I've been using it every single day, so I do think that this is a really good product. So guys, those are my thoughts on all of the things that I hauled a year ago. Such a bummer that I really am disappointed by most of these things. The thing that I would probably recommend the most would be the Sugar Drizzle Sugar Dreams palette. This is incredible, and you know, if you like the shades from the Sigma Alice in Wonderland palettes, go for them because the quality is fantastic. But yeah, this is definitely a bit of a bummer video overall, but I hope you still enjoyed hearing my thoughts. But I would love to know what you guys think about me continuing this series on next year. I would love to hear your thoughts if you've tried these products. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.